It's a day everybody dreams of, the day you can finally retire. But there are changes constantly with Social Security, and the question is, what can you count on and what can you not?
Here with all the answers in today's Your Dime sponsor, Wall Street Financial Group, we have Chief Retirement Strategist and founder Zach Gray, as well as advisor Duke Smith hanging out with us. Welcome back.
Yeah, excited to be here.
Well, we're talking Social Security today, which is something I think a lot of people have questions about. So what do we need to know?
Well, it's a really hot topic, and that's why I actually brought Duke along with today, because he can really maybe shine the light on some things to be thinking about.
Now, is it all going to be gone by the time we retire? I mean, we've put money in for our entire working lives. Is there any shot we get it back?
Yeah, I think that
good.
there's a lot of things to consider when we think about Social Security being there, and I do think it will be there. I think that they will change some of the rules on it, possibly, but not for somebody who's really approaching retirement.
So how can those people approaching retirement, I guess, get it back? What do they need to do?
There's a lot of different strategies when we think about claiming Social Security. So we really have to find which one's right for your particular scenario. And there's a lot of things that go into that, whether it be life expectancy, the amount of money you have saved, and what the tax status of that money is.
Now, there are different times you're able to get access to this, right? I was at 65 at one point, then like 66 and a half or something. So let's talk about the ages and when you're eligible to get it and perhaps when you should go after it.
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a lot of different ages at which you hit full retirement age. It does fall between 66 and 67, depending on which year you were born. It was 65 previously, but it has moved out a little bit further. And when we think about claiming Social Security, the earliest stage we can claim it at is 62. The latest we can claim it at is 70. And every year that we wait to take it, it does jump up about 8%.
Are there penalties for going early? Like if you go closer to 62 rather than 65 or later?
Well, that 8% that he just mentioned, extremely important, right? So we can take it at 62, but to what Duke just said, it is going to be a little bit lesser amount. You're going to lose about a third of what you would expect to get at a full retirement age. So what you just mentioned, 66 and a half, or maybe 66 in so many months, now all the way up to 67, as Duke just shared, you're going to get that 8% either cut to that if you're going to take it at 62, or it's going to continue to grow over those years. So,
what would be some advantages of waiting besides it? I mean, obviously being the 8% difference. I mean, because when you think about it, what if you're, I don't know, you mentioned life expectancy. Why wait?
Well, you would wait just to get the higher payout. That's really the biggest reason people push it off, and why people hear all the time that they should wait is just to get that higher payout. But it really comes down to how long are we going to live. If we're going to live somewhere into our late 80s, pushing it off makes sense. But if we have the family history of passing away in our mid-60s, late 60s, or even early 70s, we should claim it as soon as possible and get as much money back out as we possibly can.
Only we knew
right? That's the thing. I don't know.
Gotta shake that crystal ball.
Yeah.
Should you count on Social Security alone? I'm assuming the answer is no. Maybe the question should better be said, can you count on Social Security alone?
I think that really falls on what your living expenses need to be. If you only need to live off of the amount you're getting from Social Security, then that probably cuts it for you. But if you need to spend substantially more money than your Social Security check is, then we do have to look at other savings pieces, possibly pensions as well.
Got it.
There at Wall Street Financial Group, this is where everybody can learn more, and you can break it down for them and help them, kind of navigate this whole Social Security.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it a mess, but
there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of ways to go about it, and they can go to cimoneymatters.org if they want to learn a little bit more about myself, about Duke and the rest of the team, or, once again, they can even go to wallstreetfinancialgroup.org, which is our bigger site, and obviously dig in a little bit further.
What would you do, wait or draw early?
Once again, it goes back to Duke. I don't think that we have that crystal ball to say when we're going to pass away. You're going to get it while you're here above ground, and you're not when you're under. So you got to do what you can to get it.
These guys can also help you with your sock game, too, by the way.
They can.
Really on point.
That's right.
We'll connect you with all the details about them at our website, which is ciliving.tv.
Thanks, guys.